Hey there, my friends. Welcome to the Dallas Daily Show podcast, coming at you from the Neighborhood Loan Studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today's episode is brown guacamole. Let's get into it. All right, so my wife and we are big guacamole fans. We love you. I have problems with nacho chips in general. If salsa and nacho chips get on the table in front of me, I don't even necessarily need to order from the menu at that point, unless there's white queso. If there's a good queso dip at a Mexican restaurant, that's a problem as well, apparently. And my wife is a huge fan of guacamole. We got way into guacamole when we had such fresh avocados when we lived in California in the Los Angeles area. And my wife's got a great recipe for guacamole. But this last week, we had just ordered some at a restaurant, and we took home what was left of it. I can't believe, first of all, there was any guacamole left. But we took that stuff home with us and we put it in the fridge. And the next day, it was kind of brown. And P.S., we store stuff in glass jars as soon as we get home. I hate to use styrofoam. Not a big fan of plastics and microplastics. There you go. There's my PSA for the day. If you or a loved one have suffered from microplastics, or you've suffered from having to use styrofoam, please reach out to the Dallas Daily Show. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. This is not a legal thing. But that PSA is important for you. So we take it home and we usually empty it into one of our little glass jar things that we can keep into the fridge. So the next day, the boys saw it and they were like, "Dad, what's the green stuff?" I was like, "Oh, buddy, that's some really good guacamole." The next day, that guacamole was brown. And when I asked one of the boys if they wanted some, they were like, "Oh, gross, it's brown. Dad, that's disgusting. It's brown." And I go, no, buddy, that's just oxidized on the surface. It's still really fresh. It's still really tasty. Can I show you a trick? And he was like, "Oh, what?" So I got a spoon out and I whipped it up. And immediately that brown went away and it was that rich green flavor. Now, I'm sure there's a health nut that's going to tell me or reach me and say, "By the way, Dallas, after 24 hours, the oxidation process goes away. And here's what you're going to suffer from. You're going to lose some of those ketones and some of those acetones. And you're going to come at me with that." It's okay. Stop. I don't need that. I'm very aware it's not as fresh as when it's firstly made. But surface bacteria, Dallas, shh, I don't need to hear about it. All I needed to do was stir it up, and it tasted really great again. And then my son was actually interested in it because the brown guacamole was once again green. And I started to think about our lives. I started to think about areas of our lives where maybe, just maybe, we've got a little brown on us. Maybe, just maybe, we had a dream that might look a little stale, or maybe we had a hope that might look a little decayed or browned or oxidized, and there's just simply surface buildup on you. But maybe underneath you, there's still that thing, right? There's still that thing inside of you, and all you have to do is stir it up. So right now when you're thinking, as you're driving maybe, or as you're in your kitchen working away, or just working at your desk, I don't know where you are as you're listening to this. If you're at the gym, P.S., I'd love to hear where you listen to this show. Reach out to me on the website or on one of the socials at Dallas Amsden. Let me know where you listen from. I'd love to have that information so I know, you're in the middle of doing a set of 12 reps or whatever. I'd love to know that. It has nothing to do with brown guacamole, but that's what we're here doing today. So far, I've done a really weird random impression of a guacamole specialist, and I've also done an impression of my son, and now for those of you on the video one, you've seen me miming out reps and sets of weights. If you're listening to this at the gym, I swear I am not ADHD. I'm just having fun in my brain right now, and you guys are in on the party. So, good luck. Glad you're here. Brown guacamole, back to the subject. Here we go. Where in your life do you need to stir it up? Where in your life is something getting a little stale looking? Doesn't mean that the heart isn't still there. It's just covered by a layer. Where in your life are you thinking to yourself, "God, boy, I wish I could do that again. I wish I could bring that passion back. I wish I could stir it up"? My friend, let me be the first to give you permission. Stir it up. You have permission. Whatever that thing is inside of you that has sat for so long, the dream, the vision, the hope, the heart, the thing that's just has been oxidized over time, stir it up. Right now, you're thinking about it. You're thinking of that thing. You asked yourself, where can I stir it up? And now you know what it is you'd like to stir back up. You have permission to do it. What would it take for you to, in your own life, begin to just stir back the emotions around that? This next week on the MindShift call, we're actually going to be talking about how we actually use emotions to build toward the future us that we want to become ultimately. So I encourage you to tune in on Wednesday for that MindShift episode. Say hello to future you, part 3, the emotionalized portion. Because there's stuff inside of you, my friend, that it's time to stir it up. And that you're going to be surprised by today's positive play call. You're going to get your positive play call card out. You're going to write 3 simple words: stir it up. Now, if you're feeling froggy, I suggest you hop to it and add an exclamation point to the end of that. Stir it up, exclamation point. And I want you to put that somewhere where you're going to see it when you come in contact with the dream that you have. All right, the thing that you want to stir up, put it there where you can see it and allow it to stir up inside of you. Engage your emotions in such a way that it compels you to let go of the old, as we talked about yesterday. Let go of the things you need to let go of so you can grow in the ways you need to grow. Stir it up, my friend. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. Again, we've got multiple resources at the website. Be sure and visit our partners as well and our sponsors. Check them out. Connect with me on social media. You know everything to do at this point. DallasDailyShow.com. My friend, go out there, stir it up, and have a championship day.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more tools, go to DallasDailyShow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.